Welcome to Las Vegas and our largest MAX ever. In fact, as much as we can tell, we think this is the largest gathering of talented creative professionals that there has ever been in one room any time in history. Thank you all for being here. Two weeks ago, as we all know, a celebration of music here in Las Vegas ended tragically in an act of senseless violence. We would like to extend our heartfelt sympathy to all of the victims in this recent tragedy and all of their families. Please join all of us in contributing to the National Compassion Fund in their honor. I think it's in moments like this that it's even more critical that we all come together as a creative community to both find solace and to inspire positive change. We are living, though, in an incredible point of time in our history. It's the dawn of the 21st century Renaissance, where art and science, human and machine, are fueling an age of explosive growth and opportunity. When we think about the Renaissance of the 15th and 16th centuries, it was marked by individuals with a desire to push the boundaries of human ideas, creativity, and science. We all know that artists developed breakthrough ideas in painting and sculpture and in architecture, and scientists discovered new truths in astronomy, physics, and mathematics. We have geniuses like Leonardo da Vinci who did both. They painted the Mona Lisa, and they designed a flying machine. We think today's Renaissance also promises new heights in human potential and experimentation. Design and creativity have never been more important. However, this time, we think that we have the opportunity to create and innovate on a global connected scale, and it's available to every single one of us. We have an activist who can inspire global action with the reach of social media and the power of just a big idea. We have a child with a camera phone and access to YouTube who can reach more people than a major media outlet. And we have photojournalists who can move us by capturing an entire story in just a single image. At Adobe, we've always worked to remove technology barriers to human creativity and connection because we believe fundamentally that every one of us has a story to tell. In the 35-year history, we have ushered in breakthroughs in print, in illustration, in web, and in video. But we're entering a new era of art and invention that's powered by technology that we think is staggering in its size and its scope. And we want to empower professionals like you to do things that were never possible before, faster, more intuitive, and with better results. But we also want to make creativity more accessible and more intuitive to individuals who aren't professionals, whether they're students, whether they're office workers, or people who simply are looking for a better way to communicate. And as we define the next generation of creativity for all of us, there are three fundamental principles that are guiding us as a company in everything we do. First, we will always be at the leading edge of new content innovation for you. Digital media delivery and consumption has exploded, and it's not just on a computer or a TV screen. Now, whether it's the gas pump or the store aisle or your car's dashboard or the airplane seat in front of you. And with augmented reality and virtual reality, it's now also floating in the space surrounding us in 3D. Your canvas is everywhere in a way that was never possible before, and every story can reach every single surface. Our challenge is no longer having trouble reaching people with your work. It's actually having too many ways to reach them. The surfaces may change, but our commitment to you remains the same. We will put the best, the most powerful, and the most intuitive tools in your hands so you can push your creative frontiers. Second, we're dedicated to helping you unleash this creativity. We think technology is going to be the paint, the clay, the pencil, and film of this creative era. But until now, we've all been tethered to our mouse and our desk in order to do this creation. We think you should be able to work wherever inspiration strikes, with a brush, with a finger, through your voice, as well as body gestures. You may want to work alone, or you may want to work with an entire department in your studio or wherever you think inspiration will strike. And we're reworking all of our products to put the millions of assets at your fingertips, to make mobile apps work more seamlessly with desktop apps, to make them more flexible with new types of user interfaces, and even letting you tell your story in 360 degrees. We are trying to reimagine the entire creative process so you can create the way you want to. You've heard a lot about artificial intelligence, or AI, and much of it is scary. But we believe that artificial intelligence is going to be an amplifier and not a substitute for human creativity. No one ever wanted to do in 3 hours what they could do in 3 minutes or 3 seconds. And for what humans can't do, or what they prefer not to do, we think artificial intelligence will evolve to help you fill that need. Machines can see patterns and possibilities that we may not be able to see immediately. And our artificial intelligence technology, which is Adobe Sensei, is going to be different in that it's going to harness the collective intelligence of the entire creative community, learning from you and the hundreds of millions of people who use our products, as well as the assets that we have in Creative Cloud. It will try and understand what you want to do. It'll anticipate what you need and what you have done personally with our tools, as well as the millions of other creatives who have done the same task. And we think Adobe Sensei can tackle the complexities of today's challenges so that you have the freedom to focus on tomorrow's possibilities. We think creativity is not just for individuals. It matters in businesses too, because every business today must compete for the hearts and minds of their customers with every click and with every interaction across every digital device. Experience matters more than it's ever done before. And at the core of every great experience is content. Beautiful content, dynamic content, simple content, and clear content. And that content needs to be as clear and relevant to the consumer, and that requires a tremendous amount of data. And we believe that when we can put art and science to work, magic will happen. Getting the right message to the right person takes a massive amount of content. And that's putting incredible pressure on all of the creative organizations. And so we're focused on not just creation, but iteration and management and delivery, testing and measurement of this entire end-to-end experience. And we're the only company that helps businesses put content and data together at a scale. Our business is at the nexus of art and science. We create technology that helps bring compelling, immersive digital experiences into being. Experiences that are formed by insights, they're supported by data, and they're brought to life through powerful creations and delivered when it matters the most. Today marks the biggest release of new products in Creative Cloud since we first launched it 5 years ago. And we hope you'll see that the innovations that we're going to provide today are nothing short of incredible. For our product and engineering teams, nothing is as satisfying as seeing a customer use and enjoy the product that they slave to develop. And having customers like you in this room who are at the leading edge of your craft, it's as good as it gets. We want to help you take your art and craft to a level that has previously not been imagined. And we want to do our part to develop an advanced technology that will make it easier for all of us, no matter what our skills are, no matter what our circumstances are, to tell our story. Because the more we can empower everyone to participate in this 21st century renaissance, the more we at Adobe realize our mission which is to help change the world through digital experiences. Thank you all for inspiring us with what you do. And now to tell you all about the cool innovations that we've been working on, let me introduce Bryan Lamkin, who heads up the digital media business. Thank you.
I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I got no roots. I like digging holes, hiding things inside them. When I grow old, I won't forget to find them. I like digging holes, hiding things inside them. When I grow old, I won't forget to find them. I've got no roots. No roots. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I've got no roots.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Vice President Bryan Lamkin.
Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing this morning? We've grown a little bit year over year. We've gotten a little bit wider. So if I could get you all to just scrunch in this middle section for me. Just kidding. Okay. More than 12,000 of you have decided to spend the next 3 days with us, and we're really thrilled with that. You represent the full spectrum of the creative community. Think about it. You represent designers, illustrators, photographers, video creators. You come from over 64 countries. You're freelancers, come from small agencies to global agency networks, major brands like T-Mobile, Sony, Adidas, and Viacom. Not only, as Shantanu said, not only is this the largest MAX event ever, and the first time that we're in Las Vegas, but we're also announcing the largest lineup of new creative applications since we launched Creative Cloud 5 years ago, and literally dozens of new innovations in your favorite apps. So we're going to spend a lot of time on that today, but before we go into that, I'd like to talk about a few things. First, what inspires us the most about your work as creatives, and how we continue to listen to you and deliver a platform of creativity that will help you inspire others in very powerful ways. Technology and innovation continue to rock the world. Since I stood here before you last year, we've grown even more connected, both digitally and globally. Traditional media continues to undergo massive change, and every day it seems that there's a brand new device or a new social platform that's being introduced and moving its way into the mainstream. And consumers' appetite for content is at an all-time high. So our need to address what Shantanu referred to as content velocity remains paramount. In fact, one could argue that the term velocity is an understatement, given what we're all going through. We're all more connected than ever. This means that even within our creative community made up of millions of you, there's an unprecedented desire to come together and to collaborate. With technologies like artificial intelligence and technology platforms, they continue to grow smarter every year, which will help you accelerate your creativity by leveraging the collective IQ of this community. On top of all this, I think that we can all agree that the political landscape has become a little more unpredictable. It's often in moments like this, when our challenges are quite apparent, that the opportunities may seem less clear. And yet it is precisely at these moments when creativity and creatives like yourselves have the opportunity to shine, have the opportunity to thrive. And I hear this time and time again when I talk to you in the real world, not that this stage is not the real world, but hear it nowhere stronger than when I talk to you out there, and particularly when I engage with our creative residents. Many of you may recall we launched a program called the Adobe Creative Residents 2 years ago, and this is a program that enables creative professionals like yourselves early in their career to learn and grow by focusing an entire year on their own passion project. I love meeting with the residents because they inspire me by their passion, their sense of purpose, and their deep commitment to their craft. For example, one of our residents, Jessica Bellamy, a graphic designer. For Jessica, being creative means being brave. Creatives are resourceful. They're inventive people who see possibilities even in their own failures. And I think Jessica has it exactly right. As creatives, your ability to navigate the complexity in order to pull forward a powerful truth, to connect with new perspectives, and to unify with a variety of cultures and voices has never been more important, and it's never been more necessary than now. At Adobe, we are very proud of the role that we play playing a key role at the heart of this creative community. We have a deep understanding of what you're going through because we're going through the exact same thing, and we have been for the past couple of decades. When you made the transition from print to web, from darkroom to digital photography, we were going through the same thing. We were there with you then, and now we're with you during the transition from two-dimensional design to motion, augmented reality, virtual reality, and beyond. You see, our role is to synthesize all of this into a powerful, intelligent platform for creative expression. We exist to enable the collaboration, the connection, and the mentorship that empowers the most impactful art and impactful design. And also to develop the intelligent tools that will make that work possible. When we come together as a community, each of our individual contributions gains power, gains momentum. We see your desire to learn, to share, and to inspire each other in so many manifest ways. One example of this is the collaboration that we announced today, this morning, with Coca-Cola. In this collaboration, artists from around the world, such as illustrator Gemma O'Brien from Australia, animator Kohei Nakama from Japan, are creating art inspired by Coca-Cola and the upcoming Tokyo Olympics in 2020, all this in support of the Special Olympics. And to us at Adobe, it's inspiring to see how your creativity can benefit such a meaningful cause. We also believe that creativity is most powerful when deeply connected to the world around you. For example, Tim Hikes, a UX designer, co-founded the Design and Diversity Conference to explore ways, we like it too, to explore ways to make the design industry even more diverse than it is. And this is a conference that draws over 200 participants from fields as varied as advertising, manufacturing, architecture, and it's an initiative that we are deeply involved in and deeply proud of participating in Adobe. Finally, we believe in the power of mentorship. We understand the importance of nurturing and guiding the next generation of creatives, and that's why we continue to partner with stellar organizations like the Sundance Institute, the International Council of Design, AIGA, and Creative Mornings. These are organizations that continue to do incredible things day in and day out to empower young artists and to help them find their creative voice. Take Denzel Boyd, one of the Adobe Design Achievement Award winners, who partnered with Tyler Rabinowitz, one of our own Sundance Ignite Fellows, a lot of support there, and together they produced a powerful film entitled Forgotten News, Forgotten Names. From the perspective of today's youth, the film uses the spoken word and dance to address racial tension. And I encourage each of you, the best of the best in the creative community, to reach out and find a way to mentor and to serve as mentors within your broader community. There's nothing more important that you can do to give back. This community that we've created together is an undeniable force, and it really inspires us daily at Adobe. And if you think about it, it's what's fueled all of our hard work over the past couple of decades, but in particular over the past year. And in this work, we've remained true to many of the principles that I talked to you guys about last year in San Diego, to build tools that are more integrated, more streamlined, more intelligent, more cloud-centric, more multi-surface, and that enable even richer collaboration and sharing at the core. As I said earlier, everything we are releasing is informed by what we've learned from you. Your collective aspirations drive our next wave of innovation and push us even further. Our Creative Cloud release is the manifestation of this work, empowering creativity for all with brand new applications and very significant enhancements to your favorite apps. Now, I'm not going to have the time to share everything with you today unless you've signed up for the special 6-hour version of my keynote. But for the rest of you, we're going to cover the highlights, and I think you're going to be really excited about what you see. There are 3 themes I'd like to anchor on today in the announcement. First, we are introducing a set of brand new Creative Cloud apps. We've been working really hard on this. And these tools embody a modern approach to how we develop application systems. They're designed from the ground up so that you can work anywhere, any way you want, and truly unleash creativity. Combined with powerful experience improvements to some of your favorite apps, such as Photoshop and Illustrator, we are building a completely fluid system that will evolve and grow as you do. Next, by integrating learning and live streaming and Adobe Stock and Typekit functionality at the core, we're investing in the assets and the education and the support that you need to be successful. These updates are intended to make creativity accessible for all, no matter where you live, how you work, or what your experience level. Finally, as Shantanu noted, we continue to build on an ever-expanding foundation of artificial intelligence capabilities, Adobe Sensei, leveraging our next-generation algorithm and machine learning platform. We know that the pace at which you create needs to accelerate. We know that you want to be in control of your creativity, but we're going to deliver Sensei-powered features that will speed up the process and help you really dedicate your energy to your inspiration and help you bring that vision to life faster. So you'll see many of the Sensei innovations that we've developed throughout the demonstrations today, and then later on you'll hear in our closing session from Abe Parasnis, our CTO, about where we're taking our Sensei vision in the future.